we kind of look at this and we joke internally that it's kind of like, what do you stand in the middle here? Awesome. Kind of like Shark Tank. They're always getting deals pitched because we're a big network, and Keyspire is a big network, and R&R in general. So they're always coming, and we're like, okay, tell me why you like this deal. And I can tell. And you know what the sign is? It's not even the performa. It's when Kelly lights up. You can tell when an OG expert like yourself is like, Aaron, I got a deal, and you can see it and feel it. So these are the ones that come to us first. So why don't you tell us what you like about this one?
Sure. Firstly, a lot of times people think that BC is unaffordable. So that's the first myth I want to tell you. This particular deal that I found is one of the most affordable ones I've found probably in the last 8 years of working with Keyspire. Now, if you can come to a market like British Columbia and get both cash flow and appreciation, that's a huge win. That's what I call it, having your cake and eating it too.
A price point that most people think, when you hear Vancouver or in the greater Vancouver area, unaffordable.
Yeah, so this is an area that's 300 kilometers from Vancouver. It's a 3-hour drive, but it's still within the line of the ripple effect of Vancouver real estate. So the starting price on the studios is $249,000, which is almost unheard of these days.
I really like starting with this one because it's literally invest where returns are best. Like, I wouldn't think, I'm going to go look in Princeton. So, here's the performa on it. So maybe talk about some of the analytics. Like, what do you like about this deal? Why did you pick this one? What's going on in that local neighborhood?
So what's happening there is there are several employers, huge copper mine that has about a 21 to 30-year life cycle, several sawmills, hospital. There are many companies, tech companies on the sidelines, and everybody is waiting for housing to be able to jump into this market. Now, people are paying currently, like nurses at the hospital, $150 a night to rent rooms in houses of the residents of Princeton. So the mayor is on board, and because of this particular area is an exempt area, there's no foreign buyers tax, there's no foreign buyers ban, and there's no Airbnb ban in this town.
Airbnb, so those are getting into the next slide. So like key market factors, zero vacancy, demand for housing. That's it. Just two things, I think, right? It's rentable, because there's a need for housing, and supply and demand, it's going to increase in value over time, right?
Absolutely. There's already been a fairly rapid appreciation in the last 2 years of, I think, 23%. So I think it's just going to go up based on supply and demand. And this project we have is 150 units, condos. It'll be the first condos in this town, and it'll be the pivotal start to the construction there.
And I like the last point. So a lot of our teams become your quarterback in the local market. We talk with investors as you're building your portfolio, investing returns are best means it's difficult to manage them all. You're not driving to them, this and that. We have local quarterbacks that have all the contacts you need, and the performance that we have in the 4 ways to win will have a property management expense in there. And I want to just go back to something. This is a great one to start with.
I like this deal because it actually has a really good entry point. It's rare that somebody can get into something for
what is the
and the deposit structure is quite low too. It's 2.5%, sorry, at signing, and then 2.5% in 90 days, and then 5% in 8 months. So it's a 10% deposit spread out over 8 months, basically.
So what's the cash required to close? How much cash would someone need to buy this deal?
It depends. Yeah, it's under 60,000, and it depends if you're going for the furnished option or not. We did our 4 ways to win with both furniture and without. So you have the option of going unfurnished or furnished long-term or short-term.
Yeah, so if you're looking to diversify for $60,000, you get a appreciating pre-construction deal, priority access, so we're not going to get into the stage of pre-construction selling, but Kelly gets it first, which means as they sell, there's going to be an equity lift in the project. We know it can rent. We like the market. It's going to appreciate. There's a housing demand there. So it's like a great turnkey one that you can add for $60,000. Like that's pretty rare in BC, right?
Oh, it's extremely rare. And the developers, they need to hit their construction targets to get their construction financing. So they've basically allowed us the pricing that we have here. And as soon as we get back, they'll be increasing the prices after that.
Nice. Awesome. Okay, great. I think that's good.
Thank you very much.
Awesome.
Thank you. Round of applause for Kelly. Yeah, cool deal. Great example of investment returns are best. I wouldn't have looked there.